We're so glad you're spending time with us today. Your support is always appreciated here at CSL. Remember, there's several ways to give. As you watch today's service, you can click on the donate button right here on Facebook or donate at our homepage, cslftl.org. There's also a regular giving program called TPL, where you can set up a monthly contribution. You'll find details on our website, cslftl.org. Here's a great way to stay in touch with CSL Center for Spiritual Living. It's our brand new app available in the App Store under Center for Spiritual Living, FL, and that's Florida. Make sure you say hello to everyone today in the comments section and let us know your thoughts. We're so glad you're here. Enjoy the celebration.
Blessed, right?
Amen, amen.
All
Oh,
healed,
my
whole, and
goodness.
healthy.
Good morning, CSL.
Good morning,
Good morning.
CSL family. Good morning.
Welcome.
Welcome. Let's all stand up and do our opening song, which is Spirit is in this place.
Yes.
Get some energy in here.
Come on.
Here we go.
This is our affirmation of truth. Spirit is in this place. It is indeed, yeah. All right, y'all. We have come together as a family. We have come near as we are. Yeah, we have come with arms wide open.
All right, good morning. My name is Todd Masnicki. Thank you. Isn't it nice and cool in here? Refreshing. My name is Todd Masnicki. I'm here to welcome all of you here to CSL Fort Lauderdale. We have amazing music, as you know. We have an enlightened teacher, special guest here for you today, and a nice meditation. So welcome. Being here with us, whether you're in person in the sanctuary or you're joining us on Facebook Live, YouTube, or our website, cslftl.org. We're so honored that you chose to spend your Sunday morning with us. And if it's your first time in the sanctuary, we have a special gift just for you. Please remember to go to guest services after the service, and there's a guest card to complete. Just give us your name, your email address, and how you found out about us. And we have a small token of our thanks just to give you at guest services after the service, and you'll get on our email list to find out what events we have going on here all week long. If you're a first-time guest online, please let us know in the comment section or visit our website's Contact Us tab, and you can complete the inquiry form there. While you're there, also please take a tour of our website and learn more about us. If you sign up for our e-newsletter, you'll also be in the know about upcoming classes and events. Please also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or download our app listed as Center for Spiritual Living FL, which stands for Fort Lauderdale, in the App Store. We'd also love it if you would reshare our posts on social media and our app with your followers and friends. At CSO, we have an intention statement that says who we are and how we want to be present in the world. So I ask if you'd all please join me in standing. We will say it together, and afterwards, please greet your friend or your neighbor with a hello, handshake, or namaste, keeping in mind some people might be still practicing a form of social distancing. So CSL, who are we? We are a loving and diverse spiritual community dedicated to personal growth, healing, and service.
I see the lies of not being good enough, and I see the trials when the roads are rough. I see how scary living on faith can be, but most of all, what I see is a better way for you and me. I see a world shining, radiating health and happiness, and no that who we are isn't second best. Yes, we all were born to fly. That's the view from the healing bridge. I've known the pain from losing a loving friend, and I felt the shame of not fitting in. I've had a dream or two sink and fade, but most of all, I've got to believe that there's a better way for you and me. I see a world shining, radiating health and happiness, and knowing that who we are isn't second best. Yes, we all were born to fly, and I know I'll keep on soaring to that place inside my soul that reminds me I'm a winner, a warrior, brave and bold. I see a world shining, radiating health and happiness, and knowing that who we are isn't second best. Yes, we all were born to fly. That's the view from the healing bridge. That's the view. I can feel it. That's the view. I can feel it. That's the view from the healing bridge.
So beautiful, so true, so true, so true. Good morning, CSL. I'm Rev Skip, and it's my honor to be here in this space. You know, God is so incredible, the songs that my brother chooses. We're here to soar. We're here to soar, to be who we're meant to be, and we're awakening to that each and every moment. I'm calling this the Awakening Sunday for us. And I'm so grateful to welcome in Helen Hamilton. Thank you so much. And she's stepping up here so you can see what she looks like. Come on up. So right here. I'm a big hugger. Come on in here so everyone at home can see what you look like. I'm a big hugger, and from my heart to yours, welcome. And she's going to be up here in a minute, though, so thank you so much for being here. Blessings. So, you know, when you hear a teacher and a teacher touches your heart at the soul of who and what you are instantaneous, that's what Helen did for me. And it was Michael Gough who's sitting right next to her. He said, you got to listen to Helen. You got to listen to Helen. And I'm going, okay, I'll get to it. And then when I finally got to it, I had a whole new experience of God, of spirit, of love, of oneness. So I welcome you into this space, Helen. Thank you for being here. And if you're you're new, I know we have some visitors here, first time people who are visiting here in this community. I want you to stand up so we can welcome you into our space of family. So if you're first time, stand up. Yes. And we have people who have traveled all over the world to be here for Helen Hamilton's retreat that's happening next week, next Saturday. I'm going to be here. I hope you're going to be here to awaken to your true nature with Helen. That's going to be all day next Saturday. You can sign up today. So I'm so grateful. And I'm grateful that you will be our speaker. So I like to give you a little bit of a welcome from my heart to your heart if you're brand new. And I'm going to invite our CSL members and those who've been here for a while just to simply repeat after me. Welcome to CSL. Welcome to CSL. We know who you are. You are the divine emanation of spirit. You are blessed and you are a blessing. You are loved. You are guided. And I know that you're in the right place. Welcome to CSL. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So grateful that you're here. Make sure you stop by our guest services, and yes, we have a little gift for you. So if you're brand new and you don't know what a licensed practitioner is, a licensed practitioner is someone who said yes to a life of service, said a yes to a life of prayer, of meditation, and we have licensed spiritual practitioners here in our community. And we have one that's going to come up to represent the practitioner core, and that person is very dear and near to my heart. One of our board members as well. I want to invite Judith Phelps to come up to give us our invocation and our reading for today. Judith, you're welcome. Hold on, you stay there. I got you. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning, CSL. It's my pleasure to welcome you and to do the opening invocation and the reading for this morning. So I invite you to turn within. And I know that in this perfect space, this sacred space, there is only one. There is one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect, and that life is my life now. That life is your life, and all of life. And in this sacred moment, and in this sacred space, I am aware of the presence of this beautiful life, moving in and through each and every one of us. And I give thanks for that life, for each individual expression of that life. I give thanks for all of the volunteers who have opened their hearts and their hands to share, to set up, to prepare the space for this beautiful service this morning. I give thanks for our musicians who sing the songs of love and praise and inspiration and play the music that opens and expands our heart. I am so grateful for this service this morning, this opportunity to be here in this time, in this space. And I am grateful for Helen Hamilton, who has come, has agreed and said yes to the invitation to be here, to inspire us, to motivate us, to love us. I know that it unfolds in perfect and divine order, that everything is already done in the mind of God, and I am deeply grateful, and so it is. Today's reading comes from Hiding in Plain Sight, Finding Your Doorway into Truth by Helen Hamilton. And it's entitled, God Uses Us to Heal. When we, in our silence and stillness, become in body and mind the instrument of God, the infinite love, the infinite wisdom, the infinite life, It can manifest itself as us and perform its functions through us. God or truth can use us and can manifest itself through us as healing, if we have chosen the healing profession, as inventions, if we are inventors, as music, if we are composers, and so forth. Since God is omniscience, infinite wisdom, all manifestations of God, whether they appear as engineering designs, scientific discoveries, literary works, or works of art, whatever form they may take, they must be emanations of God, since He is infinite wisdom, and we are merely the instruments through which the infinite wisdom is manifested. Therefore, our approach to life is not learning how to use truth or God, but how to be so receptive and so responsive to the divine that truth can use us. Life can flow through us as our life, and wisdom can flow through us as our wisdom. But it is not ours, it is God's. And a quote from Helen, "Each one of us has a yearning for truth. We all want to find peace and joy and to release suffering. And a direct experience of truth will help us find that peace." How do we have that direct experience? Would we know the truth if we came across it? Could we be overlooking the truth because we're not sure how to find it? Join us as we dive deeper into the truth that all paths lead to. There is only one truth, but many paths and all roads lead to peace. It is time to come home, and so it is. Oh, thank you.
Let's have another hand for practitioner Judith. It was an elegant invocation and reading. We have many activities here at CSL Fort Lauderdale. For more information, you can always go to our app or cslftl.org. We have licensed spiritual practitioners that are available for you right after the service here in the sanctuary. Would all the practitioners please stand so we can recognize them? If you would like prayer, please see one of these practitioners wearing a purple stole immediately after service. You can also hear prayer anytime 24/7 on our prayer line at 954-990-5625 or receive prayer by just hitting the prayer button on the app. There's also a prayer request box in the lobby. Simply fill out a card and place it in the box. Prayer is the answer, my friends. Our youth center meets every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Our wonderful team shares the same themes that we teach here during service, but in a youthful approach. Feel free to swing by before or after service to learn more. We are also looking for Sacred Service volunteers to assist with the youth program, so please contact Reverend Candy for more information about that. You're invited to join us for flow meditation and gentle yoga every Wednesday and Friday at noon here in the sanctuary with Reverend Skip. Please join the Wisdom Circle immediately following the service today in the community room. Don't forget to sign up for Hiding in Plain Sight, Finding Your Doorway into Truth with our special guest, Helen Hamilton. Reverend Skip mentioned that. Please visit our website or the events desk for more information. I'm sure her teaching today will inspire you to sign up. It's back to school time, not for me, but for the little ones. And we're going to be collecting unopened school supplies beginning this week. Proceeds from this event will be donated to Northside Elementary School. Your donation will help our youth and teachers to kick off the school year right. For more information, head over to Guest Services and see how you can be of service. Save the date, everyone. Dr. Chris Michaels is returning on August 13th. Please join us for his talk and workshop entitled A Conscious Creator in an Unconscious World. Cost for the workshop is $29. Please register at the events desk or via our app or website. Please join Reverend Deborah Johnson for her Opening to Yes workshop. This is going to be on August 1st from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. on Zoom. And Reverend Roya is here to tell us more about that. Reverend Roya?
Good morning, CSL family. So as a lot of you know, I spoke here on June 11th. And since then, so many people have been coming up to me and saying, how did you do it? How did you take 20 years of spirituality and distill it down into 20 minutes, giving us step-by-step ways to apply these principles and laws? Well, I'll tell you how I did it. And if you could keep the Opening to Yes slide up, I'd appreciate it. It is through Reverend Deborah Johnson. She has been my mentor since the year of 2000. And at her ministry, Inner Light Ministries in Santa Cruz, California, part of our purpose statement was to teach spiritual principle and laws as tools for daily living. So if any of you have ever wanted to discern the voice of God and know that this is God speaking to you and this is what I'm to do, if any of you ever wanted to deeply understand spiritual principle and law and create it into daily tools for living with like a step-by-step instruction of how to apply these tools, then I highly suggest that you sign up for Opening to Yes to be able to center in the divine and know who and what you are and know exactly that which God is placing before you. So it's on again Tuesday, August 1st, luckily by Zoom. She'll be Zooming in for us. You can be in your jammies at home, having your favorite beverage, relaxing while you deepen and you dive in. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Roya. Please also to remember to join us for Friendship Sunday on August 6th. Please bring a friend to the service and a dish to share and enjoy some time in community. We will provide a protein. Lastly, CSL, please remember to visit our book stand where you can purchase the book of the month and other publications for your spiritual growth. Grab a t-shirt or two. Proceeds help to support our CSL community. Thank you, everyone.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just a sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, 'cause I need to know. Ooh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short, and when I don't belong. Oh,
I believe. I believe. You know, when I first got to New Thought, Science of Mind, Agape, I was questioning what I truly believed. And I was questioning this word, God. I was questioning all the things that were running through my life. And my first practitioner says, it doesn't matter what you say, it matters what you believe. And he invited me to go on a journey of awakening. He invited me to move through and contemplate each and everything that I was going through so I can awaken up to my true nature. I believe that I am love, and I believe that you are love. I believe that there's only one power, one presence, one mind, and that is the spirit of love. See, there are many names for this love. Some people call it God. Some people call it universe. Some people call it divine. I even call it Gaia, Mother Nature. No matter what you call it, it is the same thing. See, the only thing that connects us is this oneness, and we are here to awaken. So this is why I'm calling this the Awakening Sunday for me and for all of you. We're so excited to welcome Helen Hamilton, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about Helen. Helen Hamilton, a world-renowned spiritual teacher, visited us from York in the UK. After a struggle with deep depression after her third child, Helen's journey of the self, and it's the big self, deepened. She became intimate with the power of prayer, meditation, self-reflection practices. After 20 years of exploring the art of meditation, she found this idea of awakening. Realizing there was no simple instruction to unravel awakening, she began to study major world religions and spiritual pathways. Maharishi, Eckhart Tolle, Shanti, Muji, tons of teachers that she has studied to come with this idea of what awakening is. She believes in non-duality, and I've spoken about this as well. Life is not about duality, right or wrong, it's polarity. She is a teacher of awakening within our own self, spiritual advisor to many. Her teachings can be found on helenhamilton.org. And her retreat, which I'm going to be there this Saturday coming up, all-day retreat, she facilitates a very experiential way of retreating, and I believe that that is what we're here to have. It's a new experience in spirit. Do me a favor right now. Can we welcome up Helen Hamilton with a beautiful CSL welcoming?
Thank you. Wow. So grateful to be here. Thank you for having me. And thank you, Skip, for that wonderful introduction. And as you heard, I'm a mother of 4, and those have been my best teachers, my children, as I'm sure any parent in the room will agree. And my journey has been like all of ours, unique and individual, and it always brings us to a place where we find ourselves perhaps feeling some lack, for me there was always a sense of something missing inside, some emptiness inside, something that I just could not fill with any amount of success or money, or even when I had my beautiful children, it was just, and my family, and my business at the time was going quite well, there was still this feeling inside. And when I looked, it'd been there my whole life. And this feeling just began to get louder and louder, and it was just that there was something missing, something really missing. I didn't know what that was, and that was perhaps the worst place I found myself, because I knew I was looking for something. Didn't know what that was, though. And as Skip said, I spiraled into a deep depression after my son was born. And at the time, it was the worst thing that ever happened to me. It was also the best thing, because I couldn't keep pretending anymore that I knew what I wanted, that I was happy with my life, that how I was living was fulfilling enough. And as part of my recovery from that depression, I began to research into meditation, how to help my brain cope with life. And my friend one day gave me a little, do you remember the old CDs? Do you remember, like, oh, yeah, I won't even talk about cassette tapes because then I'll really show my age. We all remember those, right? Some of us are really nodding. Yeah. Moving on swiftly. So I tried this CD, and I thought at the time meditation, I thought it was for, like, you know, those weird and wonderful people that chant things in the train stations, and, you know. But I was desperate, so I gave it a try, really desperate. I knew something inside had to shift, or else I just could not go on. I sat down for 20 minutes, thought it was going to be the longest 20 minutes of my existence, you know. But there was this, when I began this meditation, there was this feeling that came, and all I could do was cry. It was just this sense of feeling like I was home. I didn't even know what that was. But for 20 minutes, however long this thing went on, there was this feeling inside of wholeness, completeness, this joy. And I'd never tasted joy before, not even peace, you know. And of course, I did like everyone probably does. The first time we sit to meditate, oh yeah, that's what meditation is. I've got it now. We're all good. Don't need to do it again, you know. I can tell you've been there. Yeah. But then something inside this connection just kept drawing me back and back towards it. And over a course of many years, I began to study different types of meditation, try them all, because the very next day after this first experience, I sat down to meditate again, expecting this beautiful feeling. And all there was this noise, this louder than ever, this voice that was saying, as we heard our beautiful friend over there singing, that I'm not good enough, never will be, don't deserve happiness and peace. But at that point, something had changed inside. I knew what I was looking for, whatever that was, and this word awakening kept happening, kept popping into my experience. So I researched and tried to find what awakening was. I didn't even know what it was. And over 20 years, 24 years of getting it really epically wrong, this is not what awakening is. And 1 year, luckily, of finding out what did work. So that's what I want to explore today. If you're up for it, we'll do a little meditation, 5 minutes, just to get us into the place where we can actually experience something different. If we can experience peace, then it's going to be our truth. It's not going to be something we've heard someone say or something that we've read about. It's going to be something that we've actually experienced. Our life will change, perhaps in a tiny way, that repeated over and over again. For me, there was something profound that happened when I knew I could always find peace. You know, that peace that just soothes your belly when you're anxious, or like right now when I'm a little nervous. So let's have a taste of it. Let's prove something different. That it doesn't have to be that hard if we kind of know how to look. And that was the thing that eluded me for 20 years. How do I find this divine presence that is all around us, in us, everywhere, all at once? How do I actually access that? And I realized perhaps instead of looking for something outside of me, or even looking for something inside of me, that perhaps the thing to do is to just be with what is already here. So that's what I'd like to do now, if you would like to join me. Let's just spend 5 minutes or so, and we're just going to do something really, really simple. But if you notice how simple things are extraordinarily difficult for human beings, at least to do that consistently. So we'll just do 5 minutes. We want to complicate everything, so if you want to, you can close your eyes. You don't have to. We can call it meditation, but it's really just being with our experience. So what does that mean in practical terms? It means simply to allow whatever is unfolding for you to happen. What does that mean? It means if your mind is talking, just let it talk. If you can just allow what is to be. Let's not have any ideas of what a good or a bad meditation is or isn't. Maybe a good meditation is exactly as it is for us right now. So, if a thought arises, let it arise. Give permission to this moment, whatever it wants to be for you. If you're confused, be confused. If you're scared, be scared. If you're irritated or restless, be that too. If you're peaceful, be that also. We just notice what's arising, thoughts, emotions, maybe some energy moving. Just let them arise, as if you were just that space in which they're appearing. Let your body be how it is. Let your mind be how it is, whether it's talking or not. If your body hurts or aches, give it permission to feel how it feels. Just not trying to change anything. Just for a moment, here together. Not trying to achieve anything or reach anything. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Allowing your attention to move wherever it wants to. Just being what you are in this moment, whatever that is. Perhaps meditation is simply this in its most basic form. Letting our experience be and move however it wants to. And as we allow our experience to be whatever it is, we come to first the contentment that deepens into peace. And peace is always available when we're not trying to change this moment. change is going on. We are just watching from that stillness, that divine presence. There's nothing for you to do here. You're just being already good enough. Sitting in this peace with me. Letting it allow your body to relax. Let's just take one more moment just to really be. Notice how your mind, your body, your emotions are. Let them have their way. And we can always choose peace like this. I may not be able to change my experience, but I can change the way I'm interacting with it. So whenever you feel ready, you can open your eyes. But just because we open our eyes doesn't mean we have to move back into trying to change something. If you practice this, it becomes a habit. Eventually, you can live like this all of the time, walking around in peace, being that peace, and bringing it to other beings. So, I hope you've had a taste of something deeper here today, and I really want to thank you for allowing me to be here with you all. Thank you to Skip for the invitation. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I hope we're all going to sign up for Helen's workshop. I mean, I just dropped into a deep meditation, and I remember at one point in meditation, this is years ago, I found myself snoring. I was in the Om element of the snore. And I turned to a friend of mine, and I turned to, I talked to Michael Beckwith about it. He says, you know what, here's the truth. Your consciousness can never sleep. Your consciousness is always on, and it's always receiving, even if you're snoring. And I felt the simple peace, at peace with that meditation. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to be here. Yeah, let's give her some more love. So I'm going to be here on Saturday, and we're going to feed you, and it's going to be a wonderful experience. And yes, we have visitors coming from all over the planet for this deep way of meditation. Some of us have already experienced a retreat with Helen. I know Norby has, and I know a few other people have. So please spread the word. This is going to be something very special. I love love. I love love, and I love the space, and I love all of you. Love. And if you're here for the very first time, this is a home of love. This is a time that we get to celebrate, and we get to move into our sustainability. And this is a time that we talk about the 3 T's. To be sustainable in any community, we need your time, your talents, and your treasure. Your time is sacred service, and that's one of our core values. And when we serve each other, we're serving spirit. And when we serve spirit, we're serving each other. So we need your time. And I believe there are talents, there are hidden talents in this community that are ready to shine. Here's the thing, your talents aren't for you. They're a part of you and they come through you from the divine, but your talents are here to share with community. What do you love to do? What have you been sitting on? What talents are you ready to share? And if you are sitting there and you're hearing Spirit say, it's time for you to share, it's time for you to share, it's time for you to share. And you know that voice gets louder and louder and louder until we surrender to what we're called to be. If we want true purpose in our life, we must get into service. That is where we become purpose, because God is calling. Show us your talents. And this is a time that we get to celebrate in the law of giving. So I'm going to ask our ushers to please come up. If our ushers can please come up, and we're going to pass the basket in our community. Would our ushers please come up? Y'all can come up now. You can come on up. Come on up. Yes. And this is where we're going to pass the basket. We're asking you for your treasures, because we belong to a spirit that is abundant. So when you think about abundance, abundance means it is an endless source. We are reading Invisible Supply. And the reading that actually Judith was reading, the first part was from Joel S. Goldsmith, that really connects with us, who we are and what we're connected to. In Invisible Supply, Joel S. Goldsmith says that if you're experiencing any individual lack or limitation, there is no lack or limitation in the divine. It's our inability to connect with spirit. So if you don't have this book, this is the book for you to get. I want to thank all our TPL members that have kept this community going. Being a part of the TPL is an affirmation of the prosperous life. That's what TPL stands for. And once we join the TPL, we're saying to the universe that we are mean business about our own prosperity. Thank you. And if you want to be a part of the TPL, that's giving on a regular basis every single month. It comes out of your account automatically to make sure that we are sustainable. You can get more information from me or Fran or Reverend Roya in the lobby. At home, if you want to be a part of TPL as well, you can go to our giving button on our website, cslftl.org, and you can hit the giving, and it'll tell you different ways that you can give. So I want to bless this space. Let's go within. How grateful I am for this community. How grateful I am for life. How grateful I am that each and every person that comes into this center feels the presence of the divine. This divine energy that we call love, joy, oneness, spirit, whatever we call it. It is the infinite power that lives within us, the divine spark of divine intelligence. We are living and moving and having our beingness as God. So therefore, our life is abundant. It is prosperous. It is filled with infinite possibilities. So we get to celebrate. We get to celebrate our connection. And we get to celebrate it by giving from our hearts. And as I give and as we give, we know that these monies are transmuted into ministries, into events, into keeping our lights on and doing all the things that we're called to do as a community. So I'm seeing the abundance of this community. I'm seeing the prosperous community that's expanding here and now. So I give thanks. And so it is. Amen. And ushers, please go out and multiply. Thank you. Come on, Reflections. That's an affirmation right there. You know, I was always taught to begin everything in gratitude, and it brings up a high vibration of love, a high vibration of the appreciation for Spirit working in and as our life. So I just want you to close your eyes, and I want you to meditate on this reading here. Close your eyes and just follow your breath. And listen. You are here to wake up to the infinite possibilities of life. Life has already given you all that you need in your identity as a spiritual being. By waking up to the real and seeing yourself as you truly are, you will be in league with the infinite possibility mindset. And so it is. So I'm grateful for this community. I'm grateful for the love and support that I receive every single day from this community. I'm grateful to my brother, my mentor, my friend, Dr. Chris Michaels. You know, I love that he opened up this door for me to step into do what I've been called to do in this world, my ministry. Love and support for this board of trustees that has been a support of mine. Shout out love and support to my Agape family that's here. Thank you. I want to send a big shout out to my mother. I love you, Rebecca Jennings. I love you, Mama Jennings. And to my family and my extended family that tunes in every Sunday in Atlanta, Alabama, parts of Florida, just to see what Rev Skip is going to say and what Rev Skip's going to wear. Yeah. My mom was like, you going to put that purple suit on at gigs? I love that purple suit. I'm grateful for the opportunity to share my gifts, to make T-shirts. You know I love a good T-shirt. And to bring forth the divine emanation the only way that I could and that I will. You know, one thing when you go through ministerial school, they ask you, are you going to be in the pulpit? Or are you going to have a focused ministry? And you don't know, you just don't know what you're going to do, but you know you have a ministry within you. When I first arrived to this community, I listened and I read and I heard our core values: love, healing, oneness, abundance, spiritual growth, sacred service. And you know my story about diversity. We had to add in inclusivity. Because the truth is, I'm diverse from all y'all. But I am included into the Spirit of God. It was my intention, and still is my intention, to live these core values and not just have an intellectual experience. It was my intention, and it is my intention, to continue on to have what Helen's talking about, having an awakening moment, a connection to Spirit itself. Teachers have told us, from Eckhart Tolle, Michael Beckwith, even Ernest Holmes has said, we must get out of the intellect and drop into the experiential experience of Spirit. I was very curious this week to really do my research of science of mind. And I was like, okay, so what is this? Really go deep, and you pull out Science of Mind, the big book, you look at, you go through it, and it's all these readings, and I was deep into it this week. I had my spiritual retreat personally here. I had a staycation, kind of being in the mix. And I looked up mind. And in the Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes only uses science, well, he uses it quite a bit. Mind is used 464 times. But the word God is used 656 times. What I truly, truly, truly know that if you're coming into the space, I'm not talking about a God outside of yourself, and neither is Ernest Holmes. He's talking about the divine emanation that lives within you. There's a spark within us all that teaches us, that guides us, that leads us in the direction that we need to be. And it takes deep contemplation and meditation to awaken, not to just who and what you are, but what is in alignment for you sharing your gifts. So, after prayer, meditation, contemplation, lots of tears, lots of laughter, I've decided that September 30th will be my last day as senior minister here. But it allows me to open myself up to my gifts and talents that I've been called to be on this planet. I'm moving from the pulpit, but I'm moving into a focus ministry to take these divine principles to a world that really needs us right now. See, there's a whole world that don't get to do what we get to do on a Sunday. My focus is to take these principles and our core values and take it out into the world. There's a whole world of LGBT community that's been shunned by God. It's been shunned by that word. It's been shunned by a church that will never walk through that door. So what are we called to do? Take it to them. Take it to the people who need to hear it. There are people all over this planet that have been hurt by their traditional way of doing ministry or churches. What are we called to do? To take it out. This is why I truly believe Yeshua ben Joseph, that was his real name, but we call him Jesus, told us to go out and take the good word, to take the gospel, because there are people that are hurting who needs to hear this. What I've been called to do is to move into a focused ministry, and I'm living in the I don't know, and I love this. So I was at a conference this week, INTA, which stands for the International New Thought Alliance. And a lot of us were in this space of the I don't know. What's next? And what I'm reminded of is I might not know, but I know the knower who knows. So right now I get to lean into the knower who knows. One of the things I get to do, and I'm very, very excited about, is work with Dr. Chris on our online education. We've already started planning and how this is going to look when I step down, so you're not going to get rid of me. I'm just stepping into my gifts and talents, planning for me to come back and do retreats and to take the next retreat to Bali. I'm so excited. I'm inspired. Yes, this is a bittersweet moment, but I'm so inspired that this is right for me and this is right for the community. I believe in our board. I believe in the people here. I believe in the staff, Reverend Roya and Fran Winslow. I believe in this community. I believe that we're called to come together and to have this new experience. It'll be 2 years to the month when I leave, and I'm going back to LA for a bit to reconnect. I'm going back to LA, and I believe in this time that we get to experience so much deep love for the next 2 months. I'm here. I'm here to be what I'm called to be, a healer. I'm here to entertain and to bring you into a place of remembering to remember. Love is the answer. I will be speaking. I'll be here for most of August, and I just want to love you. That's what I do best. I love in a deep way. I will be here to hug you, to cry with you, to sing with you, to dance with you. And I'll end with this. This has been my greatest lesson thus far. I have opened up to a deeper awakening of who I am and what my purpose is. And now that I'm awake, I get to move into the purpose of sharing these gifts upon the planet. This is the calling, not just for me, but it's the calling for all of us. We sit here on a Sunday, we get inspired, but what are we doing with the inspiration? I want to invite you to take these principles that you are learning. You start here. Science of mind gets us stuck in the head, but we must have an embodiment. And to have an embodiment of what we are learning, you must be willing to become it. Be willing to become love. Be willing to become healing and spread healing upon this planet that needs it right now. Be willing to be the living principle of oneness. See, we are all divinely connected to the one. It's not the two. It's not this side. It's not that side. It's the one. Be willing to live out this core value. Be willing to go down the journey of spiritual growth. And that requires prayer. If you're going through something, you got to see your practitioners. We have new practitioners that just graduated. Be willing to see a practitioner. Pray with a practitioner. Let the practitioners love you until you can love yourself. Get into classes, and if you really want to have a deep opening and experiential experience of God, get into classes. Classes will change your life. And we are called to retreat. The reason why we're called to retreat is so we can get out of the noise of the everyday, every stuff that we go through. We must retreat from that into a safe place where healing can begin. Get into your fellowship, sacred service. This is how this community will continue to grow. I believe in CSL. I believe in you. I've always known that this was not about Rev Skip. It was about us. This is about us having a door that's open to everyone, no matter how they love, no matter what their gender is, no matter what their color is, no matter what they believe, no matter how they pray, no matter their traditions of what they learn. It's an open door to have an experience of oneness. I believe in you, CSL. I believe in where we're going. And I say we because there's only one of us here. I want to thank our Board of Trustees and our music team, and I know that this is in good hands, and the board is already starting the search to find the right person who can lead you into the experience of CSL. I want to thank our music team that has held me up here every single Sunday. I want to thank each and every practitioner and minister that prayed for me, that held the high watch for me. I want you to continue to stay connected with me. Stay with me. Reach out to me through social media. I'm there. You know how you find me. And I'm going to still be a presence in this community. CSL, truly love you. And thank you. Thank you for being my greatest lesson thus far. I honor you, and I thank God for you. And so it is. There is no doubt that I am loved in this space. There's no doubt that I love you in this space. And I don't know why y'all sat down, because now we got to do the affirmation. And I don't even have an affirmation with me because I left it, or did I put it in a pocket? Yeah, thank you, Michael. Thank you so, so very much. I'm going to, yes, absolutely. Please step up. Please step up.
Hi. Let me get the mic. Well, we know, I'm Ferdinand Cabrera, and now in this moment of transition, I have been elected the president of the board. I've been in this community in this teaching for 19 years. I became a practitioner as well. So I believe that this essence that we all are is the one that emanates from us and allows us to create and to be and have this experience that we're collectively having. I want to express just not me, just as all the board members and the community, our gratitude to Reverend Skip. Before, yes. You know, before he came in, I was used to come here, read, be part of the message, take our classes, but there was a little bit of a disconnect, you know? But Reverend Skip brought us to the practice, to the feeling, to the love, to the retreat, to the meditation. So these principles works when we walk the walk. This principle works when we embrace them, and he has been a link that has allowed us to feel that presence, to be motivated and inspired to practice that. So for that, we are greatly grateful to you, and we are continuing to express that gratitude. So, like he mentioned before, in this time of transition, the board has already moving and has selected 2 committees. One as a transition committee and the other one as a search committee to replace the senior minister, because nobody can replace Reverend Skip. Okay? The board wants to ensure that CSL is going to continue to deliver Sunday messages, prayer, accredited classes, retreats, even using our in-house staff, ministers, practitioners, and also will bring guest speakers. I ask you, we all ask you for your continued attendance and financial support. This is the time when we put in practice what we believe, and this is a great time for us to ask from the divine presence of the Spirit and test what abundance is. So I am a manifestator, and that's a blessing that the Spirit has given me. So I can tell you from my heart, from my experience, that the more I give, the more I receive. And it's not only financially, it's only in my life, in the love, in my health, and everything that comes to me comes from what I think and what I practice. Okay? So we wish Reverend Skip all the luck and all the blessings in his future endeavors, because we know that he will be magnificent and be divinely inspired in this new journey for him. So, if you have any questions about any of these, please see one of the board members, one of my board members, please come to the stage. All the members of the board that are here with us today. Please see one of us. If you have any questions, what's going to happen, and also if you feel shaky, insecure, where am I going to go, what's going to happen, ask for one of our practitioners for prayer. When we see change, which is the only constant thing in the world, and that's the nature of life and spirit, because we're here to grow, to expand, not always to be set in our own ways. Please see one of us, and we can answer the questions in the best of our capabilities, because we're still in the moment of transition. We know that one of the core values in CSL is spiritual growth. So this is the moment that we use this core value and our spiritual principles for change and expansion. We're always expanding. We talked about that before. So let's open our heart, our minds, to embrace this movement forward in order for CSL to continue to be our spiritual center and home. I believe that prayer is the answer to what we have to face, and what we face are things that are going to bring us closer to the divine that is in us. So at this time, I want to do a prayer for me, a prayer for all of us. So I will invite you to close your eyes and go within. And we know that there's only one mind, one presence, one essence, and that's the divine essence and presence of the Spirit. We know that this energy, divine energy, doesn't have a beginning or an end. We know that it's eternal. So we are eternal beings having a human experience. So I know that we are guided, protected, and directed by the essence of the divine. We know that we have the chance, and we're here to grow, to expand, to face challenges. And those challenges only means growth and expansion. But know that the essence within you is guiding you and giving you the answer, the solution, bringing the right ideas, the right people and places for you to grow and expand and be in grace and in gratitude. We know that the life that we are living is an example. And we know that the CSL is a divine idea in the mind of God, so there's no limitations, restrictions, or anything that can stop the growth and expansion of this center. For this truth, I'm eternally grateful. And I release this word with love, intention, and gratitude to the law, which is that what always brings to form or our declarations and belief, because that is the way it's done. And so it is. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
All right, everyone, we're not going to leave yet. Come on, stand up. Let's do our affirmation together, because we're going to affirm the truth here today, and this is part of the affirmation. So let's do this. Let's repeat after me line by line in this affirmation. Today I speak my truth. And I claim my divine inheritance. I allow love and prosperity to flow in my life. And so it is. Amen. All right, we're going to finish out with our last song. Come on, you're going to sing, come on, like we normally do. This is my wish, because this is our wish. Let's sing that together in harmony with each other. Yes. This is my wish for the world, that peace will find its way to every boy and girl. This is the time for harmony. Let love be the song that everybody sings. Fill the air with joyful noise. Ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth. Peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine. Shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Peace on earth. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Peace on earth. Fill the air with joyful noise. Ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth. Peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine. Shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth.
Happy Sunday.
Love you so much.
I'm a mess.
I am too. I'm a mess too. Thank you for taking part in today's live stream. Your participation means so much to us. Remember, there's several ways to give. Click on the donate button here on Facebook or donate at our homepage, cslftl.org. There's also a regular giving program called TPL, where you can set up a monthly contribution. You'll find details on our webpage, cslftl.org. Here's a great way to stay in touch with CSL Center for Spiritual Living. Our brand new app is available in the App Store under Center for Spiritual Living, FL, and that's Florida. Stay in touch, and thank you again for participating in our live stream. We'll see you soon.